Hobby now. Today is January 17th, 2024. ZiggyNo, your host. Thanks for stopping by. Hope you're catching us on a podcast. If not, like, comment, subscribe on the YouTube channel, all that cool stuff. We're going to talk about tonight retail, um, the strength of retail. I'm going to even tie in there and answer the question that everybody always asks: why do the first cards sell higher and we know they're going to go down? Retro Hoops talked about this. Why are people paying so much for these cards when we know they're going to dip? And some critical things to look for. Uh, we're going to talk about bounties on products. Just went through Prizm season. Well, it's a Prizm season, but Prizm football pretty deep, and no bounties announced, right? And there's a lot of chases in Stroud. Will we see the same? Or we'll get more of that in a minute. Tom Brady, Tom Brady. We're talking about Tom Brady and the Tyson Beck autograph signing. Tom Brady autographs. One sold for over $100,000 because it was on a Bowman card that is 101. How are these Tyson Beck ones going to do? Why do we hate in the hobby? Like, why do we hate on people? Envy? Hobby is the people, man. Beckett manga grading. Beckett manga grading. There are 3 videos today that I watch on Beckett manga grading. I'm like, damn, you're grading manga prism cards? Is there a special? Is this like Lord of the Rings? Surprise, no. Makes you wonder what the hell Beckett's doing. Content creation. Is there a lull? What do we need? What are we missing? What do you enjoy? What do you like? What can I do better? What am I doing? Monty Club renewal. Yeah, it was announced today, and I'll talk a little bit about that, my plans for that. And I'll talk about what I'm doing in my own hobby weekly activity. Bunch of cards back from my first Safari Prizm football. Spent a lot of money, a lot of breaks. Very, very pleased with the results. I mean, I can't, there's things I wish I did differently. There's lessons learned from it. Then I'm going to go back. I wish I did this, this, and this. And I'll talk about that on my channel, The Card Hunter. But for this video, I'll just give you a little heads up on kind of what I'm doing in that space. So hope you enjoyed what I have for you tonight. Thank you for stopping by. I'm trying to get this out late on a Wednesday night. Watch the interview with San Diego Sports and Sports Card Radio earlier on as well, which I thought was interesting. I will say I really do like the fact that Sports Card Radio does bring people together. I love that it's not confrontation, but the communication. I wish there was more of that. I encourage people all the time to come debate me. Let's talk. I get very little of that as far as people following up. I love the fact that Santiago and Sports Card Radio did talk tonight. No breaking news. Cards were stolen. Okay, let's talk about retail. And I'm going to answer the question, why do people spend so much money on the first cards? Now, here's the interesting thing. Retail hits the market. Normally, retail hits the market after hobby. So in football, for example, hobby boxes, well, first the line comes out. And in this case, retail came out before hobby. Retail was actually out before hobby in football. And in basketball, it's out as well. Now, in my opinion, both of those were deliberate from Panini. No one's talking about this, but it's like, oh, why is retail showing up? Why are these blasters out here? I think Panini said, nah, go ahead, ship it. We got our orders. We've already been paid. Like, I am going to bet you Panini's already invoiced Prizm. It's been invoiced. It's probably invoiced in December, right? So they're like, ship it. January, ship it. Ship it. I don't care. Okay. But football, and the reason I bring this up, okay, I look at the activity. I go to stores. I see what's being bought and what's being sold on the shelves. Prizm does not sit on the shelves. Football is not sitting on the shelves. Prizm basketball did last year. Hoops basketball is still on my shelves, but it doesn't stay there long, right? Donruss on the shelves doesn't stay there long. So retail's still strong. Someone's buying this crap. In fact, I know everybody, if you don't, maybe I'm the only one, but a lot of people follow Sports Card Nonsense, which is a Facebook group. I'll be honest, I'm annoyed by all these guys who just go to the retail store section. They buy a bunch of boxes, take a picture, throw it on the Facebook page, and go comment or hits in the comments. I'll be honest, I always look because I'm like, what did he hit at this shitty retail product? But I also think to myself, first of all, if you hit nothing, you wouldn't post this, right? I really believe that. And second of all, you're only doing this what to encourage us to buy more retail? Like, who is paying these guys? Like, it just blows my mind. I told you guys too. One of my resolutions is to not do retail. So Football's out. I do my first of the line breaks. I decide to do retail breaks because I can do breaks of retail. I can justify that. And let me get to my couple points here. First of all, as I'm looking at retail and the prices of what's going on, CJ Stroud is selling for roughly 40 to 50 bucks raw base card. Why is he selling that much? He's going to go down. He's not going to stay that much. Well, a couple reasons why. The first people getting him are going to grade him. Now, a guy's not getting one of them for 50 bucks and flash grading him for 50 bucks. A guy's probably getting 10, 20, 100 of these cards, and they're going to flash grade them. Now, let me follow through with you on this. When they flash grade them, when they get them back fast, when they're the first to market, they're not going to sell all of them for the top price. They only need to sell one or two at the top price. Okay. Everything is about being first to set the top price so you can sell underneath it. So, for example, if the base is, say, 50 and the graded, let's say it's 250, okay, I could sell it, have a few sales going 250, and then actually start selling them off at 150, $200, 175 under those two eBay comps, those that were legit. That is why there's a first to market mentality in sports cards. Hope that kind of answers something. And I watch that because to me, I'm not trying to be first to market. What I'm trying to do is figure out what is going to be the mean after that first to market. I know I'm not going to catch the first to market sales. I'm not trying to. I'm trying to, if 250 is going to be what first to market is, I want to come in around $150 for the card. I want my PSA 10 to be a $150 card. Now I'm just giving you examples right now, guys. Nothing's legit because we haven't seen this. But let's say CJ's 50 bucks. In a PSA 10, the first few sales are 250. I'd like to get 150 out of mine. Let's see 100. Hell, let's say I only get 75, which is based on my grading fees, my everything, and the card cost back. Now, if I get the card to break, I'm still making a little money, right? You see what I'm saying? But PSA 9 is raw plus cost. That's good for me. Now, I look at that number and where I'm going to get value out of the base cards I'm going to hit in all the breaks I'm going to do. Because the base cards feed the engine. I'm going for the hits. I want the shiny cards, right? Those are the bigger hits. But those base cards are incredibly important to me. So I'm calculating out when I see retail and the first few sales, I'm not going, oh, every CJ is 50 bucks. I'm going, oh, so they're going for 50, which means when I grade them, probably gonna come in this. I start doing some my own calculations, my own experience algorithms. Okay. Now, the interesting thing about this is CJ's on fire. CJ is roughly, I think I calculated this, he's 30. Well, let's say this first. Let me explain this. 30% of the money on a case of basketball was going for the Texans. You're spending 30% of your money. If a box is 35, people are paying roughly 14 dollars a box to get into that break, which is pretty high. Now that number's come down. I've seen that come down a lot lately. In fact, I just saw a 100 box break where the Texans went for 850 bucks, which would be 850 a box, which is a really good price when you think about it. And I'm just doing some raw math. It's 850 a box. Um, so that's roughly 25% of the cost of the box, right? Because there's $35, so 432, yeah, roughly 20% of the box. You see, I'm figuring this out. All these numbers are important to me because they tell me the popularity of the product. Is a product popular? Is it reselling? How is it fastest selling? Has it selling through? What are the hits on it? What are the chase cards? Spurs, Texans, and then what's the money you're gonna make on it? So when I look at basketball, which came out, holy smokes, man! Listen to this, guys. Listen to this, and I hope this is making sense for everybody because I know I'm talking a little bit about breaking in this, but I want you to understand what I look at when I'm looking at retail and the strength of the hobby right now, specifically around Prizm, by the way, which makes me say to you guys, I think we're seeing a more educated hobby than we had before, and that's great. I'm all for that. Educated know that Prizm's a good product. There's value in Prizm. There's not value in other garbage products out there. Okay, so Wembyambo, 10 box blaster. So say it's $35 a box, and you can buy this stuff online. It wasn't like it was hard to find. You can buy it from Target. 350 bucks for the cost of the break. That's the raw cost, material cost. The Spurs position was selling for roughly $250 to $300. And I've seen over more than $300 for that spot. That is roughly 75 to 90% of the cost of the break for one team. That is insane. That is legit insane. Now, again, here's why. You hit a Victor. Victors are selling for 100. You can calculate that if you get him as a PSA 10, he's probably sell for 400 or 500. If you be the first one to get back, a bunch of these, How much money are you going to make on them? If you hit a silver or green, which are in retail. And I'll also say this too, guys. My impression is that Panini is not being chintzy on the shiny chases for the players that they don't have autographs for. Like I'm seeing a lot of Victor shiny cards, and I'm seeing a lot, and I'm not talking like numbered, I'm just talking shinies, greens, insert shinies, silver shinies. Same thing with CJ. CJ's got a lot, like there's almost one laser in every case, one laser prism in every case. Silver's a little harder to hit, but I'll be honest, silvers are harder to hit than the chases are in all these products. NBA has some number cards in them as well, which are gonna make it even rare. You hit a numbered Wemby. I think I saw a 99 Wemby get hit, which is blue. Um, why am I telling you this? Well, a couple things. The focus in this is still very much Prizm focused on retail. I still see a lot of other products that are not selling out as quickly. They are like the dinosaurs. Ones. People are chasing those. I suspect if Absolute comes out, it's gonna sell. There's still a strong consumption, which again supports my belief that it's not that we don't know what we're doing or that the hobby's ignorant. I think the hobby's very smart. There's very smart people who know how to set the prices in the bars, and there's new transient people. So I'm a new transient person. Let's give you an example. If I'm new to the hobby and I came in and I'm going, oh, why are these kids buying these boxes? Oh, if you get a Victor and Biombo card, you can sell it for $100. I can sell it for $100. Well, I'm not going to sell it for $100, but if I can pull a Victor Wembanyama and I can walk in my local card store and the guy's gonna give me $50 in cash, I feel like a winner. And that opportunity is really here right now. And that's what's hooking on a lot of new people, whether for transient members of the hobby, retail, right? So a few things to take away from that, guys. Um, the reason those cards sell for so much in the beginning is because there is a race to get to the PSA 10. First PSA 10s will set a bar. PSA 9s will fall underneath them. PSA 9s are normally about your raw plus cost, right? So again, if your cost is 10, a PSA 9 is probably 12. I'm just giving you round numbers. And your PSA 10 is probably 2 to 3x the raw if it comes in at 10. Again, depending on the card too. This isn't the case for all base. Very good case for your base quarterbacks. Quarterbacks, for some reason, hold some value. And that is why I go chase the quarterbacks. In the NBA, it's a little different. I will say this too, in the Victor ones, I didn't even try. Actually, I did try to bid on some Victor, some Spurs, but I'm not gonna spend $300 or $250 for for 10 boxes. I'll spend 50% maybe, but that's about it. So I did get the Pistons and the Rockets, and they were easy to get and they were cheap to get. 10% of the cost to get those guys and breaks. So I'm looking forward to that in the future. Anyway, let me move on to my next topic. I think I spent a lot of time, too much time probably talking about that. Probably lost my audience already. Oh, let me just point out one other thing. I think I said this, not an accident that retail came out first. So let's talk next about Fanatics, Bounties, and Tom Brady. So Fanatics has done a masterful job, I think. If you look at last year and you think about the chase cards, wasn't Andrew Drew early on in the season? I mean, who the hell was this kid? And someone put like I don't know, $1 million if he makes it in the Hall of Fame or $250,000 cash bounty. And then there's another bounty. And then there's another bounty. And then the most recent one is the Tom Brady bounty, which people are upset about because the photoshopping. You notice that all these bounties have been Topps products? Am I missing something? Nobody's putting bounties on Panini products. Why is that? Which makes me think Fanatics is behind those bounties to David Adams and whoever else is putting them up. And that could be wrong. And then look at, signing LeBron. A lot of people are talking about signing LeBron, what that means. It's going to mean this. You're going to see LeBron do the same thing that you see Tom Brady doing. Tom Brady's doing a private signing with Tyson Beck. You're going to see LeBron James doing Tyson Beck private signings because Fanatics is going to do the most they can to maximize the value of their athletes' autographs and tie that in with other collaborations. Art community, great. Growing the hobby with Tyson Beck, and we're using Tom Brady. And grow the hobby, use LeBron James. My point to this, guys, number one, rookie year autos are very important. It's the only year professionally that person is signing those autographs. Now, there's a blur on when that year starts and ends, but let's just pretend like the 12 months in one calendar year that guy is a rookie and he's signing, those cards are special. And here's what's the honest truth when you think about this. He's most likely, on the day after he gets drafted, he signs tens of thousands of these damn things on stickers. He walks away, plays sports, manufacturer sits there, for the next 12 months, slapping stickers on products. Every sticker he slaps on a product in that 12 months, rookie autograph, rookie autograph, rookie autograph, right? 18 months go by, he slaps it on the next card. Ah, second year autograph. Now it's the same damn set of autographs. I guarantee it's the same stickers that were signed on day one, but now it's the second year, third year, that year. So I know someone just sit there and come back and go, DNA proves that the second year autograph was actually taken on the rookie year that the signing took place. Anyway, my point is this is why the rookie card is important. The rookie card gives us a little piece of memorabilia. Here's a little rookie card right here. Little piece that says this is his rookie card. And if it's signed, it's his rookie year sign. Now, here's an interesting thing. You could take autograph cards, rookie cards, and get them signed after their rookie year, which is what a lot of people do with vet cards. And you lose the, was it a rookie year autograph or was it a rookie card signed? Right. And there's, in my opinion, there's a difference there. Anyway, my point to bringing this up, the bounties, I feel like Fanatics is very much behind the autograph, the value of the autograph, the chase, growing the hobby. I don't think it's bad. I think it's good. I like the bounties. I also understand the value of the autograph. Fanatics did the drop just the other day with CJ, and this is the second drop they're doing with CJ. Now they have Will Levis and they have Bryce, and they haven't had to sign anything, which makes me think if you suck, you don't sign anything. But if you're good, boy, they want you to sign. And I think he signed 159 or under 200 autographs for the product that they pushed out with the Tyson Beck collaboration on card autograph. And I think he's going to make, or Fanatics will make about $120,000. Not bad. I mean, is $600 a good price for an autograph? I think it's kind of high. Like if I'm curious to see what the autograph prices are going to be in 2024 for Fanatics athletes. I go to the Chantilly show and I've gotten autographs from athletes in the past. So I'm kind of used to that. I'm curious to see this year what those first autograph prices will be. So again, I understand what's going on there, valuing the autograph. Fanatics going to own the athlete. It's not about the card people, it's about owning the athlete. Why do we hate in the hobby? Why do we hate flippers, the investors, grumpy old men, the breakers, the graders, the subbers, the influencers? There's always someone who's pissing us off. There's always somebody in the hobby bitching about somebody else. I don't know. I think part of that's human nature. I think the hobby's a great use case of just humanity. Now we try to coexist, but at the same time, we like to take shots at each other. And what I mean by that, like I'll tell you, for example, when I buy into breaks, um, let's say there's three case breaks going on that night, and I'm chasing the Texans, but I don't get the Texans, so I get the Colts. Well, if I have the Colts in that case and I'm watching that case, I'm not cheering for Texan hits. Okay. If I got outbid for the Texans, I'm not going, oh, I hope you hit something, Billy, who outbid me by fucking $1. I'm more or less going, hope you get skunked, bastard. And I don't mean that all the time, but I want to say I'm not the only one feeling that way. I know there's a competitive nature in this hobby. When somebody gets a good card or good hit, especially if it's your favorite team or card you want, or something, like, God darn it. I was hoping I was going to, there's a lot of that. There's a lot of envy. There's a lot of greed. There's a lot of misinformation. There's a lot of misunderstanding. There's a lot of lack of communication. There's a lot of talking and not listening. Right. So, the hobby is that. I think, what was that? Where did this really come from? I forget who it was that spurred this conversation. I know Vintage Sports Card Shack was talking about this week about our responsibility. And I have to say, I really like the man. He did a great thing about talking about frauds and fakes, and he rips up a fake card. Or wasn't it fake? I think it was a damaged card he bought that he was kind of, and he explains how he's kind of scammed, how he's kind of taking advantage as a dealer. And he made his comment about how it's our responsibility to grow the hobby, and I disagree with him on that. And I really enjoyed the conversation there, but it got me into thinking about where we are now with why we hate the hobby, right? Why there's someone always hating it. Now, I'll be honest, I understand. Like I get emotional in the hobby. There are times when I hate certain things. I get competitive, get jealous, but I do, for the most part, love the hobby. And I try to keep that in mind. Even when things don't go my way, when I have a bad break, when I get skunked. I'll give you an example. I was in several breaks with Mojo. Or the first break I bought into was I bought the Carolina. Did I buy Carolina? No, 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 no. I bought the Colts in the case number one, full case. I'm like, yeah, I'm going for the Colts. I want the AR. Thinking that'd be the first case that would break. That's case number one. It wasn't. The second case, which was the half cases, there's case one, case two, and there's case three, 6 box, case four, 6 box, one of two, half, first half, second half. Um, Long story short, no fucking AR cards in the first case. Second case, all AR cards, right? And I thought to myself, why didn't they do this the way? And here's what I mean by it. They did the 3-4 case first. They broke that case first. That sold first. The half case is sold first. The first case that I had the Colts in, which didn't sell out till later in the day and broke later in the day, I got shit. That's the whole point of the story. Telling you how upset I was over that. And I know there's some other guy watching it going, God damn it, I'm so glad I didn't get the Colts in case two. I'm glad I got them in the 6 box because he killed it. And that's the competitive nature of the hobby. It is. It is a competitive nature. It's kind of like I mean, let's be honest, fucking A, it is gambling. When you gamble and you're sitting there and you're playing poker and the guy's a dick at the table, busts out. It's the same thing. Okay. Last two topics to talk about. I'm gonna talk a little bit about first of all, a couple little things to drop. Manga grading. I saw this video and I thought to myself, what the hell is manga? They're grading the Prizm cards. No, these are books. Anybody else see this? Like, what is Beckett doing grading books? And these are not comic books. These are like thick ass books. What am I, Beckett? What are you doing grading books? And I'll also say this too, real quick. Like, Michael, Ziggy, you know the answer to this. They make money. They'll grade anything. Grading company will grade anything. Dude, if I could have them grade, I don't have anything around here. Grade my tape. They would grade the tape for you. Slab it up. And they'd be the only one to do it. I guess they're the ones who are grading manga cards, manga books, MANGA books. Montgomery Club renewal starts tomorrow and goes through Monday, or starts on Friday and goes through Monday. $149. Almost the same products listed as last year. There is no sets given to you. Only get the full box set. That's it. $149. You get the full box set and you get access to 8 products, several of which suck. I mean, absolutely suck. I think one is like F1. The other one is like Cabbage Patch Kids, which is it's not Cabbage Patch Kids, but something else like that. 3 Sapphire products, Topps Chrome, Draft. I want to see something else. And the Brooklyn Club, which I don't think was in there last year. I think the Brooklyn Club kind of was a surprise. Yes, I'll probably renew. Content creation. So Mike's Retro was watching them the other day. A big fan of Mike's Retro, and probably that's the reason they're not blowing up like everybody else is because I'm a fan of their stuff. And I don't mean that to me with them. But Mike did it really honest is, sometimes he's a little jealous of watching other content creators who don't do as good of a job, who kind of half-ass it on their content or show up every now and then, who have thousands and thousands of subs. And then him and his guys, they've been putting out content for almost 2 years now, religiously, consistently, adding more content, adding their channel, building out great, rapport, and they still haven't broken 1,000 subscribers. So if you haven't already, please go over to Mike's Retro Trading Cards and subscribe to those guys for me. Why does that happen? I don't know. I like SCV. SCV came out of nowhere, man. SCV was around a couple hundred subscribers. Sports Card Radio mentioned them, and they took off. I think he's around 2,000, and he puts out really good, consistent content. There's a couple other ones. Junk Wax Hero. He had a pretty good boom, I think, during the boom. There's another guy. Oh, Dark Horse. They went to like 1,000 in a few weeks, maybe a few months. Why some do and others don't? I will tell you for myself, personally, Back in 2020, I got so fed up with the whole subscriber count because I started off with a lot of these other channels, and some of them I had kind of my own little competitive. I'm gonna try to keep up with Joe, and I was getting crushed. I was getting crushed. I think part of it is I'm a negative content creator. I'm a negative person. Accepting that is, I think, the first step. I've been told that from other people. I need to be more positive about certain things in life. I admit that. So anyway, when everybody else is jumping around and happy about the hobby, I was the one being, be careful, stop, be careful, watch out. So I remember turning off. At the time, you could turn off your subscriber count, public subscriber count. I didn't want to see it. It made me sick. I hated it. Because here's what really killed me. It wasn't that it wasn't going up as fast, is that mine would go up and then it would go down. Like one day I'd be at like, I don't know, 344. And the next day I'd be at 322. I'd be like, what the fuck just happened? Where did 20 people just so unsubscribe? What did I say? What did I do? And it really made me, I don't know, it irked the hell out of me. So I remember turning it off. I can't remember when, I think I turned it off twice. I broke 1,000. I turned it back on. I thanked people for me getting there. And then I remember kind of doing kind of some jokes about my subscriber count took off again, and I hit it, and it didn't. I got to like 2,000 subscribers. I want to say 2 years ago, a year ago, and I've really been stale since then. I've just kind of been hanging out there. And the reason I'm telling you this for all the content creation out there is that I think you have to ask yourself, why are you creating content? If it's really to make money, to be a business, well, I think you got to look at it how some of these other guys have built their business. Um, if it's because you really enjoy it, you're having fun, you know, to share your opinion, and you just kind of like things how they are, and you know, it is the way it is. I think that's kind of what we're seeing in content. A lot of people have quit. I mean, a lot of people just stop putting stuff out. That's why I try to support the small channels. I try to always say cheers, you know, kind of a thank you, or I appreciate what you're doing. Even content I don't like, I appreciate it. I try to engage with it. I'm trying to make them think. I do feel though that there's a lull. Like most of the content I watch today, or not today, but you know, on an average is ripping content, which I'll be honest, I'm not as into anymore. I'm always curious to see, like I'll fast forward to the end to see what their hits were, but I really don't like the retail ripping. There's so many people out there ripping retail. One of my favorite channels is Step in the Box. This guy rips so much retail, and I keep wondering, is he doing well? I don't know. He must be doing well because he rips so much, but I just find it. Ooh, I feel like it's kind of like we're we're not going to get better if we don't figure out that retail is actually not good. We need to push back on it. But that's just my opinion. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. I just like I said, I'm not doing retail this year. Now there will be some exception. I will if I find retail Prizm MBA, I would pick that up and buy that because, like I pointed out, it's too expensive in breaks. And I'll probably buy some retail Monopoly when that comes out too, because they'll probably be too expensive as well, like breaks. Um, what am I doing? What am I doing? Well, like I said, I just finished up my Prizm run. Um, I've got cards in at PSA. I'm hoping to get a submission back from PSA. I have been thinking about, and I say submission in and out. I use a subber, and I'm thinking about subbing my own. I just don't know if I have the time, the patience to deal with it all. God, I have a stack. I probably have another 100 cards I want to sub to PSA right now. And there's no real rush. I mean, I'd like to get them done in the next 6 months. I'd like to have them done before football season. I'd like to have them done for national. So January right now, nationals in July. I'd like to have all the stuff slabbed up by then. I think that's something I can do. Um, Trying to stay away from, I won't say stay away from, not do like in the past, I will do a break here or there. I'm trying to be focused in my breaks. I love Absolute. There's some fun chases in Absolute, although I'm happy I'm not chasing this year without the autograph. I think that really hurts you. You can't really grade a lot of Absolute cards to make money. The Absolute glass cards are great if you can get those. Most of those are pristine. So BGS, your glass cards. I'm not kidding. It's the best time to use BGS. If you get a glass card, you send it to BGS, wipe it, you're probably going to get a black label or a pristine 10. I don't have anything else coming up. I've got some old retail around the house that I'm gonna rip. I'm gonna send a big submission off to ComC. I'm gonna send submission off to PSA for the Prizm stuff. Um, I'm not buying more retail, but I'd like to get the retail ripped. Part of the reason I want to get the retail ripped is because I watched ERB get his ass kicked holding on a redemption that he shouldn't have had. So I don't want to have that happen to me. I don't want to have an expired redemption. So I'm going to get rid of a bunch of cards I've been holding on to. There's no reason honestly, I don't think there's any reason to hold on to old retail. I think it's a waste. Like, comment, subscribe, guys. Hope this was a good show for you tonight. I really enjoyed it. Yeah, I should do this live sometime, get some more interaction. Peace out. See you next week.